Okay, so I'm not going to do all the questions, but I'll do a few here and there just so that you get an idea. So number 9, so I think we took care of the first half in class. So number 9, which is on the back side here. Um, we have Amy who's decorating a house. She found a table for $4.25. So let me just show you what 425. So this is 425. Remember, bar model here. This is 0%, and this is 100%, and this is $0, and this is $425. And we want to take 25% off. We take 25% off. Let me just cut this into 4. I'm going to take this guy off, right? So she's not really paying $425 anymore. She's paying this whatever value it's on this line, but I know that she's paying 75%, right? So if you have a discount for 25, instead of paying the 100% of the actual value, she's paying 75% of the value. So this one you can do. So again, if you want to write this, so the total that she's going to pay is going to be the purchase price, right? The total. And just to show you, 1 or 100%, we're going to subtract 0.25, which is her discount, and really she's going to be paying only 75% of the value, right? Or 0.75. So it's going to be the purchase price times 0.75, which in this case it's 425 times 0.75, because that's what we want to pay. And 425 times 0.75 equals $318. So she ends up paying $318.75, right? Which is 75% of the actual value. 10, and let's see. So paid $125 to have her hair colored, and then she tips her hair. So again, let me show you a bar model. So this is 0%. This is 100%. This is obviously $0, and this is 125%, $125. So 100% would be, so she has to pay the total bill, 100% of her bill, she would be paying $125, yeah? But, because she's very nice, she's adding 15% here, yeah? 15%. So that's not 100% anymore. This is going to be 115%. So she's going to be paying 115% of 125, right? So her percent is no longer 100%; it's 115. So you could have shown this like this. So the purchase or her total is going to be 1 plus 1 representing 100% plus 0.5, 15, and it's going to be that her purchase times 1.15. Right? So she's paying 100%, which is what she had to pay to begin with, plus 15% extra because that includes a tip. So the purchase in this case was 125. Multiply that by 115. 125 times 1.15, and that's going to give us the total $143.75. So that's what she or he ends up paying. 11. The Andersons went to dinner. Their dinner cost this much, and they left at 15. How much did they pay altogether? So again, if they were to 100%, they have to pay 100% of their bill, and 100% of their bill is $42.92, 95 cents, right? So they're definitely paying 100% of the bill. It's 1 as a decimal, right? And then they're also at paying a little bit more, 15%, which is 0.515. So in reality, they're actually paying 1.15. They're paying their 100% plus a little bit more, 15%, which becomes 1.15 or 115%. And if we multiply by 42.95, investment calculator. Come on, 42.95 times 1.15. In a normal calculator, I would have had the answer 3 minutes ago. 42.95 times 1.15 equals $49.39, rounded, of course, to the nearest hundredth. Blah, blah, blah. They each bought, so here, they each bought popcorn and a soda. What was the total bill after adding 5% tax? So they bought, so that's $8.50. right? Because they each bought a pair. Plus 250, sorry, 450, because they each had a soda. So they spent $13 on all that junk food. So that was a total. And we're adding 5%. So the 100%, to pay 100% of the bill would be paying that, right? 100%. But they're paying 100% plus a little bit more, and that little bit more is plus 0.05, which represents. So in reality, they're paying 105% of their value, which is 13 times 1.05 equals, so their total with the tax was 13.65. So we got Best Buy. So again, think about what this means. The TV was $350, but at 100% of the value would be $350. But you're not paying $350 anymore because you got a discount. So if you take 20% and throw it away, right, your discount, you're only left with 80%. So you're paying for 80%. So again, here is 100% of the TV. 100%. 100% of the TV was $350. So if you were to go inside and buy, I'm going to pay 100% of the value, would pay $350. But you're not paying $350 because we're taking this guy this much off. 20%, we're taking it off. So if we take 20% off, this remaining part is 80%. So you, in actuality, we're just paying 80% of the value. So 350 times, and if you did this 1 minus 0.2 to show the discount, you would get 350 times 0.8, right? And 350 times 0.8 will give you $280. So you would be paying $280. Next one, transfer into a savings account. If it makes, how much will be saved in a year? Let's find out what 15% of 1850. So every month it makes 1850, right? So this one, it's not. So let's just, this one's just an easy one. So 1850 times 0.15 will show us how much he saves or puts into his savings every month. So 1850 multiplied by 0.15, that means that every month he's putting $277 into the savings account. And how much does he save in a year? Well, multiply that by 12 times 12, and at the end of the year, he's going to have a nice sum of $3,330. 15, the richest bought something, and it was $318.50. They got a 30% discount, which means they now are paying only 70% of the price. They're not, right? So it'd be 318.50. And then you show that 100% would have been, so if that was 1, it would be 318 times 50 times 1, and they pay 318.50. We've got to take a little discount. So in reality, they're actually paying 0.7 or 0.70 or 70%. So 318.50. 308, oh my God. 318.50 times 0.7 equals $222.95. That's how much 70% of that value is. And hopefully I can finish this without my battery dying. Jen borrowed $1,500 from her parents. She plans to take 10% of her weekly $450 income to pay them back. At this rate, how many weeks will it take to pay? Oh, okay. So what's 10% of 450? That's easy. So 10% of 450, or 0.10 of 450, is 45. So every week she is, paying her parents $45. So how many weeks? Well, 1,500 divided by 45. 1,500 divided by 45 equals 33.3333. Obviously, we're going to round this up. It's going to be 34 weeks that she needs to pay her parents. It's going to be a long time. Okay, so let me go on to the next page, the next section. So So next section, and again, the next section has a little bit more work to do. Yeah, so let me do like 4 or 5 questions here. So the first question, here you have a t-shirt. There's a sale at the store for 15% off, and then you have an additional. So the first thing you gotta do, you can't combine them. The store will never allow you to combine them to say, hey, that's the same thing as 25, which is not, by the way. Okay. So what we're going to do is, I don't know why I just crosses are here. So the first thing we're going to do is 23.89. And if you take 15% off, it means that you're paying 85%, right? So if you take 15% off, it means that you have to pay for 85% of the t-shirt. So 23.89 times 0.85, which means your price now is $20.31 rounded. Okay, so then you take it to the register. I'm sorry, you're still at the register, but then you say, I have an extra coupon for 10%. So, so 10% means that now you got to multiply it by, well, 10% means that now you got 100%. Your new total is 20.31. So 100% would be 20.31, but you have a discount of 0.1, which means you are going to pay for 0.90, 90% of $20.31, right? So it's going to be 20.31 times 0.9, and that's going to give us your final total of 18.28 rounded, which probably is going to go up because you still have to pay taxes. So that would be number 1. Number 2, again, you have a hamburger that's $3.19. You're going to have a sale. There's having a sale for 20 off, and then you have a coupon for 30 off. So let's see how that works. So $3.19. Right now it's $3.19, but if you take 20% off, that means you're only paying for 80%, right? So it's times 0.8. So if you do that, 3.19 times 80% or 0.8 equals, so now your burger ends up being $2.55. So that's the new price, $2.55. So imagine that's your new price, $2.55, and you remember that you have another coupon for 30% off. So paying the full amount would be $2.55, but you're not going to pay the full amount of $2.55. You're going to take 30% off, which means you're responsible for 70%, and 255 times 0.7 is going to be $1.70. And so nice discount here. Let me see if I find something different. Oh yeah, here's something with sales tax. Okay, so Tina bought a new song. The song cost $1, but she had a coupon code for 15%. Okay, so this one is, all right, so if it was $1 and you take a coupon code and they take 15% off, I mean, from $1, now you're paying, let me write this the better way. So $1 times 0.85, right? So now your price that you're paying is 0.85 cents, right? So that's how much you're paying now. And then at the end of her purchase, you have to pay now you have to pay tax on this value here. So first you took the discount. Now you got to pay the tax. So for the tax, you're going to be paying tax as an increase. You're going to be paying the 100% of the value, and your new value is 0. So it's 100% of value plus 0.0675, which is 1.0675. So you're going to multiply 0.85 by that. 0.85 times 1.0675 is going to give us, and you just went up to 0.91 cents rounded. Okay, so that's how much you end up paying. Okay, so let's do number 4. So here you have a CD, which is $12.99, right? But you're not going to pay $12.99 because you have it's on sale for 25% off. And if it's on sale for 25% off, it means that you're only responsible for 75% of the value. So let's do that. If you take 25% off, it means that the $12.99 you're going to be multiplying by 0.75 to find its new discounted value. So 12.99 times 0.75 is equal as, and so now your new price is $9.74. So you got the discount, now you got to go to the cashier and they're going to add taxes. So taxes, it's an addition, so we're going to take the $9.74 and you're going to pay the full price, which is $9.74, plus tax of 5.85, which is 0.0585, which is 1.0585, and you're going to multiply that 9.74. So 9.74 times 1.0585 is going to equal to $10.31 total. Okay. Fine, I'll do. So something. Okay, let's do something with tip and taxes. 15% off the meal. After the meal, the bill came out. How much tip? We'll spend on the meal after paying $17. Okay, so let's do this. So the meal came to 57. So let's take one at a time. So now I have your family has a 15% coupon. So you're not going to be paying 57%, but rather you're going to be paying 85% of that value because 15% is off, right? So it's 57. And we're going to be paying 85% of that value. So the 57 is going to decrease a little bit. 57 times 0.85, and that's going to give us your new total, which is $48.45. So we took 15% away from 57, and we have $48.45 left. And now we got to figure out the tip. So this one's a little tricky because the tip, and like I said, like I told you guys in class, the tip is based on the food, right? So will you tip her based on the original price of the food, or will you tip her based on the discounted price of the food? So that's up for you to decide in real life, okay? So obviously the waiter is probably going to say, I'd rather be paid based on this than rather than this, because obviously he's going to get less. But just for argument's sake, let's just base the tip on this value here, the $48.45. So now right now, so your total is $48.45, and you want to figure out the tip. So obviously you're going to end up paying $48.45 plus a little bit more. So it's your $48.45, the 100% of this new value, plus the tip, which is 0.17, and that's the same thing as 1.17. And $48.45 times that times 1.17 equals $56.69. $10 coupon. The tip was about 20. What is the total amount? Lunch cost 75. After using 10 for a coupon, he left a tip that was 20%. Cost of lunch. What is the total? Okay, so this is the same. So I'm not going to do number 6 because it's the same as number 5. The tax. Okay, so 7 is a little bit different. So there is a tax and tip. So let's see if you guys sort of remember. So your total comes out to $84.05. You have to pay tax. So but this one you're gonna have to do it separately. So excuse me for a second. So let's figure out what each is separately. So $84.05 times 0.0715, which is the tax, right? The tax rate. And if I multiply 84.05 times 0.0715, it means that the tax is going to be $6.01, rounded. This is how much, so let me over here. So here's my food. So if you look at your receipt, probably look like this: $84.05, and then it will say tax, $6.01, and then it will say tip. And you decided that you're going to put a 15% tip, so you got to figure out. So again, we're not adding right now. We're not adding the food and the tax, because then if you figure out the tip, your tip is going to be higher. You're tipping her on the food and on the tax, which really doesn't make any sense. So again, we're going to take 84.05, which is what you ordered, food, drinks, and whatever not, and multiply that by 0.15, which is the amount of tip you want to give her. So the tip 0.15 out of 84. Why is this not charging? Okay, hang on. Okay, now it's charging. So what is 15% of 84.04? 0.15 times 84.05, sorry, is equal to $12.61. So the tip is $12.61 rounded. So you got two things here. You got food, we calculated the tax separately, and we calculated the tip separately. And that's how it would look like. So 7, 6, 12 goes 1, you end up paying $102.67. Okay. The tax rate was 8. What was the total amount she paid? No, that's the same thing. Looking for something different. Let's do number 9. So number 9 says that you had a coat or jeans. It's 57.5. And there was a winter special. So the winter special said, you're not paying 57.5 anymore. We are going to take 35% out away. If we take 35% away, it really means that you're responsible for paying 65% of the value, right? So 57.5 times 0.65 equals $37.38. So your jeans, that's the new price of the jeans, $37.38. So, but then you remember that you have a 5% coupon. Okay, so 5% coupon means off, right? So if the total amount is now $37.38, if you take 5% off, it means that you're only paying for 95% of 37. So that's 0.95. So 37.38 times 0.95 equals $35.51, and that's going to be the price of your jeans. Okay, there's tax, there's tip. So number 10, it's the same thing as the other value. So it's previous page. I'm looking for something different. Went to buy 90% sales tax. They appreciate 10% tip, so that you know how to do. They had a coupon for 54. So I think everything else looks like in the same type of thing. So I'll do one more. Let's do number 11. So number 11 says the speakers, he wants to buy speakers, $25. So speakers are originally $25, but if you have a 15% discount, it means that actually you're not going to pay for 100% of the value, but instead you're paying for 1 minus, and if I subtract that, if I take the 15% off, it means that from the whole, I'm actually paying only 85% of it, right? So 25 times 85. 25 times 0.85. It means that your new value, 85% that you're paying, is $21.25. Then now comes the bad news, which is the tax. So in the tax here, it means that I am going to pay the full value, which is $21.25, right? My new value. So I'm going to pay 100% of that value, plus I have to pay taxes, which in this case 0.0975, which is the same thing as 1.75. 0.0975. So we can multiply 21.25 times 1.0975, and that's going to give us $23.32 is our new total with tax. Okay, so that should be enough for you guys to figure out the rest. If you have questions, we'll clear it tomorrow. Stop.